Hey everyone, welcome to the Giants Table, and like always, when you're here, you're a tabletop giant. Thanks for joining us. Love to have you join us and subscribe, even become a patron and help us get some better, graphics and jazzy stuff, and we'll spice everything up for you. So tonight I'm going to be playing Audric. I'm Greg, by the way, your host as always. So he's a human soldier 3/3 for 4. Beginning of each combat, creatures I control gain a laundry list of abilities. First strike, flying, death touch, double strike, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, sculpt, trample, and vigilance. If any of my other creatures have one of those things, those abilities, they all get it, but only on combats. And so it's mono white, that's what I'm playing today. I call it the Swords and Shields deck. We might see some swords. Go ahead.
All right. Hey everybody, Aaron, I am your co-host, and I am playing Muldrotha the Gravetide tonight. During each of my turns, I may play a land and cast a permanent spell of each permanent type from my graveyard, as long as she's on the field. So my hope is for all of my stuff to be in the graveyard, so I can cast it as if it was from my hand.
All right, next to draw.
Hello, I am Lucas. I am playing Edric, Spy Master of Trest. So, playing some Elf Rogue action today. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of my opponents, its controller may draw a card. So I'm hoping my opponents attack each other and not me. Meanwhile, I got some tricks up my sleeve. Looks like I'm going to be making some slimes and maybe like hugging this group of Dear Magic players, which, I'm always so kind to them. I just want to spread the love around.
Yes, of course.
And yeah, that's where we're at today.
Yeah, all right.
Hi guys, I'm Anthony. Tonight I'm playing Indoraptor, the perfect hybrid. It's a 3/1 with Bloodthirst X, so it ETBs with X 1/1 counters, where X is the damage dealt to my opponents this turn. It's got Menace, and whenever he is dealt damage, I choose an opponent at random, and the Indoraptor will deal damage equal to its power to that player unless they sack a non-token creature.
Wow, that's a lot. A lot going on.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our opening hands ready in the interest of time, so let's roll, see who's going first tonight.
Not me.
Not, that might be nice for Greg. I've been
Snake
going last
eyes.
lately.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that.
Maybe.
9,
Oh,
I gotta beat 10?
Yep. Please do.
No.
Nice.
Oh, well.
All right.
I will go first.
Good luck, everybody.
And here we go. Okay, I will just start off with a Dreamroot Cascade, enters tapped, and I'll pass the turn.
I'll draw for turn. Let's play a Sheltered Thicket. Pass turn.
Okay. I will draw, and I'm going to play a Path to Ancestry tapped. It has add 1 mana of any color in my commander's color identity. When that mana is spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with my commander, I scry 1. Go ahead.
Sweet. I will draw and play a Golgari Guildgate. Tapped and pass the turn.
Draw. I will play a Forest, and then I will pay 2. I'll cast a Rampant Growth, grabbing a Forest, and I'll pass turn.
Okay.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a Swamp for turn. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap, draw. I'm going to play a Plains, and I think I'll drop a Commander's Plate. So it's an equipment that reads, equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from every color that's not my color's identity of my commander. So it's going to have pro everything except the white. Well, every color, so it wouldn't have protection from colorless.
Right.
And equips commanders for 3, and non-commanders equip cost 5.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Let's pay 1 for a Stitcher's Supplier. When Stitcher's Supplier enters the battlefield or dies, I put the top 3 cards of my library into my graveyard. That'll be a Diabolic Tutor, Thriving Grove, and Bident of Thassa.
You didn't want any of those.
No, of course not. And then I'm going to play my Dimir Aqueduct tapped and bring the Golgari Guildgate back to hand. Well, that I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Okay. I will play this island. And I will tap 2 and play this Simic Signet. And I will tap 3, and I will cast the first of hopefully many, Slime Against Humanity. So I'm going to create a 0/0 green ooze creature token with trample. Then I'm going to put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the total of number of cards I own in exile and in my graveyard that are oozes or are named Slimed Against Humanity. And of course, the deck can contain any number of cards named Slimed Against Humanity. So for now, I'm just going to put 2 counters on there, and Slime Against Humanity will go to the art. I'll pass to you.
Okay. Draw for turn. I will play Lost Fire Valley. And we'll just tap 2 for a Swiftfoot Boots. And I will pass turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. We're going to put a Plains down. And I'm going to pay 3 for Ardennes, Intrepid Archaeologist. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I may attach any number of ores and equipment I control to target permanent or player. So I'm going to move to combat, and this equipment auto attaches to her. So she has +3/+3 and protection from everything except white. So that's a good little cheat. And
No haste.
no haste. I was just testing the water.
I know. I was just a friendly reminder for the
I
whole
was going
table.
to give someone
Whole
the
table.
stink eye and talk me out of it. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Ooh, I had that not too long ago. All right, let's start off with a Golgari Guildgate coming back out. Then I'm going to pay a tap this for a blue and black. I'm going to use the blue for a Grave Colors or Ghoul Colors Bell.
What's that do, the bell?
I can tap it, and then each player puts the top card of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the black from the Aqueduct to cast Entomb, where I search my library for a card, put that card into my graveyard, then shuffle my library. All right.
We back. What did you find?
I found my Eternity Vessel.
Okay.
I can pay 6. Well, it's going to go to the graveyard. But when it enters the battlefield, it enters with X charge counters on it, where X is my life total. Then landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I may have my life total become the number of charge counters that is on Eternity Vessel.
Okay. And you pump it up.
If I have Proliferate.
Yeah, proliferate it later and get a little more.
But that is currently in the graveyard. As is everybody else's top card. Mill 1.
Soul Ring.
Halo
Nice.
Fountain.
Mountain.
All right. And then just because of becauseness, and there's no other reason for this to stay alive, Greg, I'm going to swing at you with a 1/1.
It's pro black?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. It
Can you
dies,
play
and
it
I mill
again?
3.
Yep.
That'll be the Vivid Creek, the Ozolith, and the Temple of Deceit. That's it for me.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Okay. I'm gonna pay 3. I'm gonna cast Edric, Spy Master of Trust. So once again, whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of my opponents, its controller may draw a card. I will then move to combat. I will say, Anthony, it's coming in for you. Just 2.
Good
I
slide.
will draw a card. Okay, I will play this Reliquary Tower as my land for the turn. Then I will pay 3. Cast this Slime Against Humanity.
Yep.
So I will make another Ooze token with Trample. But this time I'm going to put
3.
I'll put 4 counters on. The 2 originally gets, and then because I have 1 extra copy in my yard. So it'll be a 4/4.
Okay.
2 plus total number of cards.
Right, which is 1.
Oh, okay.
2 plus 1.
Yes, you are correct.
Because it didn't see the one you played.
Well, I just
Exactly.
thought it like took the number and like was like
Yeah.
just doubled it, but no, that is
Nope.
it counts the actual individual number.
It's not
Pass the
logarithmic.
turn. Should be though, right? It seems like a
No,
fair magic.
that a logarithmic magic card would be disgusting.
I think they printed one, something like that.
Did they actually?
Who cares about
Forced
log
return.
numbers? Who cares about prime numbers?
Oh, okay.
Oh, the prime numbers one.
Yeah.
Play 2 and cast a Fiend Lash. The equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has reach. Whenever the equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals damage equal to its power to target player or planeswalker. Equip 3.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Going to play a E-land. I'm going to play. Okay, let's pay 3 for Sword of Fire and Ice. And I think we'll pay 1 more for an Eater of Virtue. So Sword of Fire and Ice. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and is pro from red and blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of Fire and Ice deals 2 damage to any target and I draw a card. And then Eater of Virtue, whenever equipped creature dies, it gets exiled. And the equipped creature gets +2/+0. As long as a card exiled with Eater of Virtue has flying, equipped creature has the future equipped creature's gain. So when it's on a creature, however many abilities it has gets stuck on Eater of Virtue, and then that creature that would be future equipped by it gets all those abilities, which kind of runs good as a power.
So it transfers keywords.
Yeah, keywords, abilities, yeah. And this seems kind of gross, but Arden says at the beginning of combat on your turn, attach any number of ores and equipment you control to a permanent or player. So she's getting all jazzed out. She's ready for the big dance. She's got 5, 6, 7, 9.
I know what
Yeah.
you're thinking, Greg, but you want to draw a card, right?
I get 2 cards,
Yeah, so you want to
Yeah.
attack someone who's not me.
but I get a card for attacking anyone. But
You want to double that up, though, of course.
Aaron, he had someone poked him for 2, so
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
hit you for that. So it's
For
5,
9.
6, 7, 8, 9. So whenever equipped deals damage, it deals 2 damage to any target. I'll kill your first slime.
Okay.
I'll try to 2 to it. And then I draw a card, and I draw a card off your commander because I dealt damage to another
No
player.
effects.
Okay. And I'll say go.
All right. Well, untap, upkeep, and draw.
That got gross pretty quick.
Yeah, it did.
A lot of people play her as their commander, of course. You've seen decks with her probably as commander.
All right. Let's be nice about this. Pay 3 for the Sultai banner. And I'm going to bring in the Rupture Spire using the Sultai banner to pay for it, and I will pass my turn.
Okay.
Okay. I'll untap. I'll draw. Okay. I will move to combat.
In response, I'm going to make everybody mill 1.
Do another sword.
This Temple of Mystery.
You are quite lucky there, Aaron. Bajuka Bog.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
will-
you would have
Would you have gotten rid of
waited
it?
a little bit to reduce the slimes? No.
I'm going to swing 3 at Anthony and 2 at you, Greg.
Yep.
No blocks.
So I'll draw 2.
And that is 2, Commander.
It is 2 commander. That
Yeah.
is, it might be important, might not be. How about play this command tower as my land for the turn? Then I'll pay 4. I'll play this Eureka moment. I'm going to draw 2 cards and then put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. I will put this Vine Glimmer Snarl onto the field, revealing this island, so it can enter untapped.
Indeed.
Okay, then I will pay 4, and I will cast this Edric and Nev Twin Casters. So it's 2/2 with Ward 2. If one or more tokens would be created under my control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. And with that, I will pass the turn.
Should be adjusted.
Untap,
Got a
upkeep,
lot of
draw.
slimes. Maybe he
A
won't.
lot of 2s on this card.
Play a forest return. Let's pay 5, and I'll cast a Heartless Hidetsugu. It's a 4/3. I can tap it, and it deals damage to each player equal to half that player's life total, rounded down.
Wow.
I'll pass it.
Oh, haste.
You don't have
luckily.
enough for the boots equip.
No.
Damn. That's a good card though.
I play a plains,
Jeez.
and I told you this was my
Me too.
sword
Each
deck.
player.
Blade of Selves. Equipped creature has Myriad. It's equipped 4, but Arden's going to say, hey, I'll get that for free. And then Archivist. Oh, here. Oh, does it share a creature type? No. He's a halfling, not a human. So, 2/2, it can be flash damage. I'm just going to hard cast it. Whenever opponent searches their library, I gain a life and draw a card. At the beginning of combat, I'm going to put Blade of Selves on Arden, and no additional, but so whenever I attack one person, a copy, the original goes at that person, and you guys are going to get copies. Now my only question is, would it go, I think it's just the creature itself. All of the, obviously the equipment wouldn't.
Yeah,
follow.
equipment wouldn't. What's the interaction between Myriad and legendary creatures though? Does Myriad say anything about
No,
them
it
not?
does not, which
Okay.
means that
It
they.
says, whenever it attacks, for each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token that's a copy of the creature that's tapped and attacking. Yeah, so I would say.
Yeah,
like
so
the copy is buffed, like the creature
No,
itself's
but
buffed.
No,
legendary rule, the copies die
Right,
before damage can be dealt.
but isn't that the point of I guess Myriad?
No.
You only want to put it on things that aren't
Exactly.
legendary. Yeah, it doesn't ignore legendary.
Yeah.
So they would appear and die. Be good if
Yeah.
there was an ETB trigger, I guess. but
Exactly.
anyways. Okay, enough talky. I'll go over here because you got a half-life total giver.
Yep.
So it's pro everything except white, unless you got white. So it's
9.
5, yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9 still. And I deal 2 damage to any target, and I draw a card, and I draw a card off the commander.
Mhm.
So the 2 damage, I won't kill your commander. Is that, what's her
This
toughness?
has Ward 2, so you won't be able to.
I only have 1
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
You can also deal
I'll
to
just
someone.
ping you direct for 2, okay?
I'll accept that.
Drawing 1 off the artifact, drawing 1 off your commander.
Yep.
Okay, and I played land this turn. Go ahead.
All right, I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. All right. Let us bring in a City of Brass,
Ooh, nice.
followed by a Commander Sphere, and a pay 1 for a Tormented Soul. Tormented Soul is a 1/1, and he cannot block and is unblockable.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna tap, and everybody's gonna mill 1.
Endless Horizons.
No!
Bridge rigs that.
I did not want to mill that one. Attempt with reflections.
Okay.
That's okay. I have ways of getting it back, and I will pass the turn.
Okay. I will untap. And I'll drop. I think I will move to combat. I'm going to swing Edric's by Master Tress and Edric's at you, Aaron, and then my 3/3 ooze at you, Greg, with Trample.
I'm going to take 3.
And I will take 4.
Okay. I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I will then play this Flooded Grove as my land for the turn. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will cast Parallel Lives. So if an effect would put 1 or more tokens onto the battlefield under my control, it puts twice that many of those tokens onto the battlefield instead. Then I will, I'll pay 3. I will cast Slime Against Humanity
In foil.
in foil.
So
So
it doubles
Triples.
twice. Yeah.
Sword. Does it double twice or does it triple?
I believe it doubles twice.
It doubles twice. The first one gives
Yeah.
it 1 copy, and then
Goes
Parallel Lives gives it 2 more.
So I'll make
copies.
4 oozes.
And each of them are at 4.
Correct.
Oh, it's happening.
It's happening. All right, so I got a bunch of oozes out. They're chilling. Forgot about my signet over there. That's fine. It happens sometimes. I will just pass the turn for there.
So which one? Your commander has pay 2 to target it?
That
or
would
the
be
address?
the Adraxinative.
Okay.
The one that's doing the doubler effect.
Okay.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a mountainous land for turn. And I think life totals are pretty high. I'm gonna tap Heartless Sudu and deal damage to each player equal to half that player's life total, rounded down.
Yeah, this is the part
20,
that's scary.
40, 50, 62.
Yep.
I'm gonna pay 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna cast Indoraptor,
Yeah.
and it's got Bloodthirst X, so it would ETB with 62 1/1 counters on it.
Yeah.
And all sorts of.
Oh, he gains life though for that.
Yeah, he gains life for
Okay,
that.
I don't. It's huge.
It is
It does
huge.
crazy stuff.
Oh, and I tapped wrong mana. That's not good. Okay, so we'll go back. I'll gain 65 life.
65?
Yeah, it's 3/1.
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah.
That's a big point swing.
Mhm.
Everything in Anthony.
60.
65. Okay, well,
Now, 65, half of that rounded down is going to be another 32 anyway.
let's see. Just pay 1 and throw the boots on Heartless Sugu. And I think that'll be my turn.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't swords in response to the tap of Sigu.
Well, it wouldn't matter.
No.
It still went off.
No,
Yeah.
fair,
I could have
Fair
swords it earlier,
Beforehand,
but
yeah.
I was hoping he wasn't going to use it, but he did.
fair enough.
So now something dies.
It's happened.
I got
Yep.
some life out of it.
Some.
Too bad.
With some, just a little bit. I'm going to play Gift of Estates, choosing yourself.
Okay.
If an opponent controls more lands than me, search my library up to 3 plains cards, reveal them, and put them into my hand and shuffle. Okay, we're back. I got my
All
3
right.
plains,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
full text plains. If
Oh,
you want to
okay.
read it, you can look it up online.
Full
You wanna
text
tell us what it
plays.
says,
Yeah, you just read the whole thing, top to bottom.
That's for the patrons only. It'll
Right,
be
of
a-
course,
a
of
little
course, of
bonus.
course.
Okay, and I did play a plains for turn. So, what we got left is I'm going to move to combat and may attach any number of ores equipment. So, since Blade doesn't do anything there, I'm going to move that over there. And I can pay to do it after. So Anthony is open, so you're going to take it all because you have a real high life total. And then there's a 2/2 coming at each of you, which doesn't really matter, but
I'll block.
I
so
can't block it.
the 2/2 at you is the
No
original
blocks.
one.
I'll block the 2/2.
Okay.
Myriad.
So you took 2, you blocked it, and then this is, and then the original came at you, and this is
9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 damage to any target. We gotta thin the field here a little bit, and that costs 3 to target.
2 to target the ward. You could always target Anthony's face for 2. Help chip him
That's not
down.
gonna do anything.
Pretty-
You got a lot.
pretty good life total.
You can deal damage on
Okay,
it,
you're,
but it's
you're
gonna come at me
targeting
eventually.
targeting this?
Yeah, I pay the 2. That was for the auto damage. Draw a card off the artifact. It was out when I did damage.
It was
So did damage there and did
2
damage
over
there.
here,
So
right?
I draw 2 more.
3.
So 3.
3. Yeah, I got 1 off the artifact
Yeah.
already.
Yeah,
No,
already
no,
drew one.
because you dealt damage with 2, like the original, the copy.
Oh, it's per
Yeah.
Per
creature,
creature.
not just per swing?
Yes. So the wording is whenever a creature deals combat damage
Yeah.
to one of your opponents, its controller may draw a card.
So I'm
you
drawing 3.
3
I
so
drew 1
just
off
That means
the
that
artifact.
he should have drawn 2 cards.
Does this deal
No, it's
combat?
not combat.
And not
No.
combat damage. I
All right.
guess.
Yeah, it is combat
That's just
damage.
Oh, it does
Yeah.
say deal combat damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say go. I got a discard down
All right.
to 7. And yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. That's nice. Let's bring out Muldrotha. By paying 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Muldrotha is on the battlefield. I'm going to play a land for turn from the graveyard. Yeah, with my Temple of Deceit. Enters tapped, and I will scry 1. That can stay up there. And then I'm going to pay 1, hurting myself, to bring out Stitcher's Supplier again, milling myself 3. I'm going to play my Ornithopter for free as an artifact. And then everybody mill 1.
I land.
Planar Genesis.
And with that, I will.
It's kind of
Swing.
helping you. You hope you get some slimes in
I
there.
do
Yeah.
kind of hope I get some
Right?
slimes in there.
And I will swing a Tormented Soul at you for 1.
60.
And that's it for me.
Untap. Draw. Do I need to be the baddie at this table? Because I feel like
You're
that's
gonna
where
wrap? Yeah, you.
Mm,
It's the only way to
I
get
feel
rid
like
of that.
I feel like I need to start knocking out players. There's too much going on.
What?
Well,
Start with 1.
Let's even out the life.
I'm gonna
totals
cast
first.
Bread for the Hunt. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter and deals combat damage to a player, I may draw a card.
Oh, I should have drawn a card.
Yeah, there you go. I will move to combat. I am going to. So let me double check. Okay. I'm going to swing this 4/4 ooze at Greg. This 4/4 ooze at Greg. 4/4 ooze at Greg. 4/4 ooze at Greg.
You're gonna kill me?
I'm sorry, Greg, but yeah. Edric, I'm going to send
Well, then
exact.
you'll lose to Anthony.
I have tricks up my sleeve.
Okay.
Even though my sleeves are rolled up, there's tricks there.
Okay.
So Anthony, 3 at you. Greg, 18 at you.
Yeah.
I have no blocks.
Let's see. Okay.
All right. So I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures deal combat damage to an opponent. So I'll draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures with +1/+1 counters on it. Deal combat damage to a player. So I'll draw 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, he does have a reliquary tower.
He does, yeah.
I will then. I haven't played a land yet this turn, so I'll just drop this forest. I'm gonna spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna cast this Capture of Jinzhao. I'm gonna take an extra turn after this one.
You're next.
Yeah.
I just figured, in this type of game, it's easier to have one opponent rather than 3 opponents. So that's where we went. Hate that it had to be that
Yeah,
way.
well, the idea was the 3 of us against the 65 life total. Maybe.
I missed the memo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
He didn't
I
hear
will
that.
I will pay agreed. I will play Experiment 1. So it's a 1/1 human ooze with Evolve. So whenever a creature with greater power or toughness comes in, I can put a +1/+1 counter on Experiment 1, and I can remove 2 +1/+1 counters from it to regenerate it. Then I will go to my next turn, and I will untap, and I will draw. I don't see. Aaron's a little difficult because he has this Muldrotha, so I'm gonna lose stuff when I go for him. If I go for him, right? In theory. You never know.
Lots to lose. You can afford it.
How about I go to combat first? I will swing 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. Trample at you, Aaron.
Trample.
Yeah.
Trample. And then 3 at you, Anthony.
No blocks.
I'm gonna block 9 of that.
Okay. So you'll block probably on 4
Or, sorry.
Muldrotha.
I can block 11.
I think you got it right.
No, I can block 1 with this,
So
so I
block
can
that.
block 4.
and then you have 3
then-
toughness there.
Yeah, three more toughness.
So 4, 8, 12, 15. So you'll take 12 damage.
Yeah, I'm still taking lethal.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that.
Okay.
Okay. So one of the uses will die.
How much was coming at me? 3?
3 total. And then I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards.
Wow.
Sorry, 6 cards.
That card is crazy strong.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I dealt combat damage to a player with 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we'll draw 4 more. Extra turn. all right. We kind of got there. Cool. I will. Oh, forgot there was a Swiftfoot boots in the play.
Get through the boots first.
Yeah, the boots are a little bit of an issue. Okay. But now I just have all these cards in my hand. It's like too many options. We'll go 1, 2. I'm going to riff the boots. And then I will go 1, 2, 3. I need a blue. 4. Cast this at Anthin Mutineer. An Anthin Mutineer enters the battlefield. Exile up to 1 target non-salamander creature. That creature's controller creates a 4/3 blue salamander warrior creature token. I will target Heartless Hitasugu.
Thought it would be something else.
See if you got the salamander token.
You know what? It might be there.
Oh, I didn't get through the
I
uses.
it's just oozes. Sorry.
That's
Okay.
okay.
I can just flip it upside down or something, right? I will then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll cast Biogenic Ooze,
Ooh, I love that.
Evolve trigger. So Biogenic Ooze says, when it enters the battlefield, create a
You would've had
2/2.
one from that community too.
Oh, all right. Well, then I only get 1 trigger anyways because it would be equal power and toughness here. So I will make a 2/2 green ooze, which will be coming to the battlefield soon. I'll find
To
one.
a
that-
battlefield near you.
You did pass one. There's one there.
Yeah. All right. Just ignore the flavor text on that one. So it says when it enters, makes a 2/2 green ooze, and then beginning my end step, I put a +1/+1 counter on each ooze creature I control. I'm going to move to that end step now.
Before you do, there's a trigger so that you have a second one of those oozes.
Lives.
That is true. Actually, I get double the oozes for my
Double
effort
fun.
here.
Yeah.
They're there. Okay, so I'm going to start distributing +1/+1 counters on my oozes.
And then you just say go.
And then from there, yeah, you guys got
Yeah.
all those for me?
Yep.
I'll pass to you, Anthony.
On tap, upkeep, draw something good.
After seeing this, I'm kind of rooting for Anthony.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Even though he has the
What's
substitute.
wrong?
10. So,
Oh, blasphemous act.
no. I will pay 2 and cast a Rakdos Charm. Choosing each creature deals 1 damage to its controller.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tapped out, so
I think there was 9 there. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, 10.
Take 10.
Okay.
How much land do you have?
You only take one? Is it
Yes.
each player?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Surely you wouldn't. Surely you wouldn't have it, Anthony.
1 damage for each land.
I will cast an acidic soil, dealing 1 damage to each player for each land they control.
That'll be it.
Thank you,
That's
Anthony.
it. Okay.
All right, all right.
You took me out. Wow.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, that happened fast and
did.
furious. That was a good
Okay,
game. Those are
okay.
interesting cards. Yeah, well, thanks, guys. Thanks for
Good
watching.
game, Anthony.
Yeah, we'll see you
Yeah.
next week. Thanks. Yeah, good
Good
stuff.
game.
Yeah, I already
Nice.
high-fived you. That was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see you next week. Remember, join us and tabletopgiant.ca. We have free shipping on singles. We'd love to have you shop us and join the channel. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, see you later.
Plenty of fun.
Bye.